bust, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus your nuts will touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I leave you laying, I leave you breathless. I'm not a heathen, please believe I'm breathing for a reason. Until I'm bleeding, really feeling this world is so misleading. Sacrifice your life at night while facing certain sorrow. Your existence is at stake, you might not make tomorrow. Lost my heart when I was crossed, don't wanna make amends. Much too smart, my afterthought, don't wanna make no friends. If you're a fraud, then it's so hard to get a second chance. You could die in front of my eyes, won't get a second glance. As human beings, instead of being so many try to be. You ain't seen what I have seen in my society. So F the killers, F the dealers, F the police. Middle finger in the sky till I died, no peace. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. If you gon' tease me, better please me, cause I just can't take it. I'm not a rapist, but I whip you, then I strip you naked. There is no mercy for your gender, bend you over quickly. Keep my name on your brain, bet you won't forget me. You don't love me, I don't love you, you get no affection. You get no passion from assassin, only an erection. When I was broke, I had no hope, I didn't have a chance. You get no money from me, no kissing, no hugging, and no romance. I told you once, I told you twice, but seems you didn't listen. Won't be a victim to your constant lies and contradiction. Now to you rappers and you yappers with your punchlines. The game is almost over, now it's crunch time. Said you were sick of me, your medicine was dissing me. Should've checked the side effects and had you missing, see. I choked your throat for what you wrote, you were not a singer. You don't get the thumbs up, you get the middle finger. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. I can't seem to hide all the pain I feel inside. The way I'm living life is kinda like I already died. Forgive my sins in the past, the future, and the present. F the liars in the choir, oh yeah, F the reverend. Told you I ain't giving up until they bury me. Ain't physically strong enough to even carry me. All the liars dying in the fire in the end. In this world we're so divided over dividends. Spend the last of your stash, collecting fate. Bet your cash turn to ash in that collection plate. I'm not religious, but they fill us with this nonsense. If they could, then they would kill us with no conscience. I ain't preaching, I'm just teaching, reaching for your soul. I ain't nothing like the deacon, I'm speaking what I know. Only God knows the truth, I just wait and see. With my middle finger up, waiting patiently. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger up at all times, I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times, I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times, I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times, I ain't lying. Middle finger to you and you and you and you and you, yeah. Middle finger to you and you and you and you and you, yeah. Middle finger to you and you and you and you and you, yeah. Middle finger to you and you and you and you and you, yeah.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Straight Talk with Trevor back in the building one more time. First of all, let me know if you guys can hear me first of all, because for whatever reason, I can't hear it on my end. So whoever's watching, just give me a thumbs up, give me a 1, give me something. Let me know that you can hear me. All right, so we're gonna I'm just waiting for all right, y'all can hear me. That's good. All right, so I'm pretty sure you see the thumbnail, and it's an interesting one. I'm gonna go on my rant shit tonight, I'm not gonna drop the link. I don't really want anybody up here with me. I appreciate those that have come in to listen, and I appreciate those who will listen. Thank you guys for this past Friday show. It's actually doing really good in the views, so that's always a good thing. But this ain't gonna be that. The show's not really gonna be. I mean, a lot. I kind of find out though a lot of people agree with the stuff that I say, so I'm gonna just rock with it. So I was given a bit of information last night, and if you see the thumbnail, you got an idea what I'm going to talk about. So NBA legend, and he is a legend, Miami's own D Wade. Was in a long legal battle with his ex-wife, and he won. So there's no issue there because men don't normally win those legal battles. But the battle was to see, for the judge to grant permission for his. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, the battle was for the judge to grant permission for his 15-year-old son to legally change his name and gender. Yeah, you heard that right. So D Wade was in a legal battle with his ex-wife for the right to legally change his 15-year-old son's name to a female name and have his gender recognized as a woman. So here's my deal. I think D Wade and Gabrielle Union are terrible people. If that kid was of age, if that kid was like, let's say that kid was 18, 19, 20, whatever, then that kid is legal. That kid can make any decision that he wants. But the fact that he came out, from what I was reading, he came out as transgender when he was 12. And now at 15, as a father, you're fighting for the right for him to be legally known as a woman. Like what the fuck are we doing here, man? Like what? Because I got maybe I'm going crazy, maybe I'm nuts. First of all, shout out to D Wade for having custody of his kids. For standing in the paint and doing what he has to do for custody of his kids. Bro, but if one of your kids are gay or whatever, fine. I'm not, you know what? I'm going to even soften that stance. Fine. If he's gay, you be there for him, you support him. But the fact that you guys are taking this to a whole nother level of now getting his gender classified, and I'm gonna keep saying his because I'm not calling him no fucking girl. He was born a boy. He's not a girl. And that's the problem that we have here. You guys are always so sensitive to everybody's situation. It's a boy, it's not a girl. So the fact that this 12-year-old boy, he came out, God knows however long he's felt these feelings, but his dad has now fought in court. Come on, man. I just a couple of weeks ago got into an argument that black men don't be there for their kids sometimes. Listen, look how this motherfucker is there for his kids. He's fighting in court to get his kid the gender change. Let's look at the psychological thing here, because here's the issue. If you want to be trans, go ahead and be trans. But at least, and I think from what I read, that's what the mom was saying, that she was like, at least wait until he's of age and could make that decision. Bro is 15 years old. How many of y'all out there listening did stupid shit at the age of 15? And when you get 20, you're like, damn, what kind of shit, man, why the hell did I do that? They're parading this boy around like, you know what it's almost like? You remember there was a time, and they probably still do it, but the spotlight isn't on as much, where white celebrities would go over to Africa and adopt all these kids, and then they parade them around like they were like little puppies and stuff, like they were just little accessories, like, look what I'm doing. Oh, look at me. Watch me parade my gay son around that wants to be a girl. Like, that's how the shit comes off. And they're not thinking about what's going to happen 5, 10, 15 years from now. I'm not saying that the kid isn't gay. I'm not saying that he's not gay. But the kid, his dad is an NBA basketball player. So he's probably going to end up being, who knows, 6'2", 6'3". He's probably taller, 6'5". He's probably going to wear like a size 15 to 18 shoe. Can you imagine when he gets older, walking around a damn near 6.5 foot transsexual person? Man, it's like nobody's thinking about what's going on now. All they're thinking about is they're just living for the moment. And now I see that, I don't know if it was last night, but they were awarded a NAACP award. They got the presidential award for courage. What fucking courage? You see the disrespect here? You see how everyday hardworking people that go out and they do shit and they put their lives on the line, the firemen, the police officers, the people that work in hospitals, everyday people, they go out and do shit that's courageous and they never get appreciated. But just because somebody wants to parade their kid around who is a boy and you want to parade them around as a girl, now you're getting a presidential award? Come on, man. Somebody got to make this shit make sense, man. And hold on, let me look at the chat real quick. All right, whoever this Reese M is, I'm gonna put your comment up because I don't want to get the channel flag. I don't want to say the word. Normally I'll say it, but I don't want to say it because it's not my platform. But I agree with what you're saying. I really agree. I really agree with what you're saying. But yeah, man, it's like you put you man. And here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. The mom is the one that was against it. And you guys listen to my show for any length of time, you always know my stance, that I feel that is the black woman that is causing their sons to be the way that they are, a single black woman with the coddling and stuff like that. But here you have this case where the mom is like, nah, man, my kid is young. Don't push that on them. Maybe they'll grow out of it, or maybe, maybe it could just be a phase, or even if it's not a phase, let's just wait. I'll be 43 next week. And I remember growing up, I couldn't even buy a Black and Mild until I was 18. I couldn't drink until I was 21. You couldn't vote until I was 18, sorry. What else could you do? You couldn't go into clubs. Well, we had kid clubs here in Florida, Bumblebee and stuff like that, where you could get in, I think about 15, 16. But they were teenage clubs. But for the most part, 18, 21 to get in the clubs. But you mean to tell me at 15, a judge who that same judge would probably sentence someone to jail time for driving under the influence underage? Hell, you can't even get your license. I think you can't get your license till you're 18 now. I know when we were growing up, it was 16, but I think it's like 18 now. But that same judge would throw the book at someone for underage driving, or underage drinking, trying to buy tobacco underage. You can't buy lotto until you're 18. And here you have this judge signing off on a 15-year-old boy saying, yeah, I want to be a woman. And they're just okay with that. Where are we in this country? Like, where are we? What kind of shit are we so screwed up mentally that we can't ever see the big picture of things? You got a 15-year-old boy whose life is at stake right now. Who knows how he's going to feel 5 years from now? He was a scrawny little kid. At the time all this was going on, he was just a scrawny little kid. He probably was awkward, so he felt that he didn't fit in. So, hey, let me just feel this way. I want to be a girl. I'm not saying he's not gay. And I'm not even saying that he's making the gay part up. But what I am saying, if he's gay, then just let him be gay. Be there for him. Support him through it. But don't push this shit on him where it's okay for him to change the gender that he was born in. Like, that's the shit that bothers me. Again, I ain't coming up here to bash no gay people. You already know how I feel about gay people. But if you're 18, if you're an adult, you have the right to make that decision. If you want to be, if you want to be if you were born a man and you want to be a woman, you were born a woman and you want to be a man, by all means, you're of legal age, do it. But ain't no parent should be supporting that shit for any underage kid, because they're not looking past their fucking noses to look a couple of years in the future to see what's going to happen. That's okay. Well, what happens when he gets older and if he decides, you know what, I don't want to do this shit anymore? Think of all the money they're going to have to spend on therapy and stuff like that to reverse all the psychotic shit that's going on in his head now. But don't worry about it. We're going to give him an NAACP Image Award and the courage and everything like that. Let's don't worry about that. Let's don't worry about that. Let me go back to this chat. Oh boy. I mean, this is I wonder who this Reese M person is. Peace, welcome. I never seen you in this chat, but peace, Anini, GTO, MD, whoever else is watching in the clouds, not commenting. Peace to the Straight Talk Society. I know I put it on the Facebook page, but thank you guys for coming over. Yeah, man, it's troubling, man, that we have so many kids that instead of giving them the counseling and things like that, and again, I concede to the fact that he might be gay. I always say that when these kids are gay at this age, they have these urges, they have these feelings. A lot of times I just say, you know what, you might have to just wait it out, because it may just be a phase. But I mean, these motherfuckers here, they going way to the extreme. They like, oh yeah, even if it's a phase, let's go ahead and just glorify it. I mean, you got Michelle Obama talking about how courageous he is. What's courageous in that? Like for real. Well, what's the courage in that? Oh, but we gonna say it's okay because Michelle Obama co-signs it. But what's the courage in that? It takes more courage to stand up and say, no, this shit is wrong, man. And I ain't throwing no Bible at nobody. I ain't give you one Bible scripture yet, even though I could give you about 20. This shit is wrong. It's wrong on so many levels, man. You're ruining a kid's life. If you think you feel awkward now, how do you think you're going to feel when he's like 20 wearing a size 18 shoe, talking about he's a woman? The ridicule that's going to happen. Come on, man. Nobody thinks about that type of shit, man. It's like we just go along to get along, and everything is just, oh, they're celebrities, so whatever they do is cool, and nobody ever talks about it. Nobody ever has these conversations, because it's just like, God forbid somebody say something against it. You know what they say? Oh, Trevor, you need to get into, you're too conservative. You need to get into modern times. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Right is right. Sometimes you just got to call shit out. Right is right. And you can't be putting your 15-year-old son in these type of situations. You got to think about all the hatred that this kid is going to get now. All the ridicule this kid is going to face now. For every this kid will never be able to live a normal life anymore. For every person that's calling him courageous, you will have a bunch of people ready to beat his ass. And you know it. That's the reality of the situation. But we're just going to keep pushing everybody to the forefront. Oh, they're so courageous. They're so courageous. I mean, this shit is getting out of hand, man. We're getting to the point that as a society that we want to include everybody. We want everybody to feel loved. We want everybody to feel welcome. And the bottom line, nobody wants to stand up and say this shit is wrong. You were born a man. You were born a woman. Nobody ever wants to stand up and say that's wrong. It's like, well, I don't know. I'm not in their bedroom. I don't have anything to do with that. I can't watch what's going on. Bullshit. You guys know. I mean, you know what? We just gonna fuck it. We just gonna bring it all the way home. In Florida, you know what they do to transsexuals? They kill transsexuals when they find out, and God forbid that they lie to them and don't disclose the fact that of what they are right off the bat. They kill them. That shit goes on around this country, around this world. So just because people are okay with it doesn't mean that they still don't just let them just ride and be okay with it. And again, if this kid was 18 years old, fine. You don't promote a 15-year-old boy. A 15-year-old boy, you got him parading around here with a wig and a dress and walking red carpets and heels and shit like that. He doesn't know what's going on. All he sees right now is the limelight that he's getting. That's all he's seeing because he's still protected and shielded by his father. What happens when he gets out on his own? And he's with himself late at night and he has to think like, damn, the part of this isn't me on the inside. Nobody ever wants to say that shit, man. No, I say that shit. I'm tired of always having to toe the company line and be quiet and don't say anything and just let people be. No, the shit is wrong. And if you're gonna parade them in my eyes, then I'm gonna talk about it. If you want me to shut up, then you keep that shit behind closed doors. If not, I'm gonna keep running my big ass mouth. Oh boy. Man, it got me worked up, man. I'm trying to hurry up and do this so I could get in and potentially go make a baby or something, man. Got me fucking around with this stupidness, man. Damn. What's up, Juju? Reese M, you're in England. All right, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming through, Juju. Our state just passed a law stating what a woman actually is. I'd be interested to see that. I was sent, and I got one more thing I want to go off. I was sent something the other day. And the only reason I don't post it is because the site that I saw it on is reputable, but I just don't want to just say outright that that's what it was, because from what I saw, it was leaked. But it's what they're proposing in a Washington middle school, the new curriculum. And they want to give these kids new words to learn, like cisgender. What the fuck does that even mean? Cisgender and transgender and pronouns and this and that and this and that. Like, you know, I talk about Ron DeSantis here a lot, and y'all be pissed off about the way I talk about Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis ain't allowing that type of shit to go on here. Again, you're 18. You do whatever the hell you want to do. Keep shit away from the kids. My daughter should never have to ask me how come the man is in the bathroom with her. Because I promise you that shit ain't going down. That shit is not going down. I don't give a fuck what you think you identify as. I identify as a millionaire, but I'm not a millionaire. So there you go. I'm not calling you no goddamn pronouns. If you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you're a woman. I am not doing that. I'm not conforming. I'm not doing it. Because if I ask you to stop calling me a nigger, you ain't going to stop doing it. I'm not calling you what you were not born. Man, this shit is crazy, man. It's so yeah, like I said, man, the curriculum though, let me, you know what? Let me pull it up. I'm not gonna share a screen, but I just want to because the person who sent it to me, I trust a lot, and he sent me to the site where it was. So here's one page, and it says like identity terms. This is what they're trying to introduce into middle school in Washington State. So on it has female, queer, cisgender, gay, transgender, trans, gender queer, gender fluid, bisexual, straight, male, lesbian. Come on, man. What are we doing here? These kids got it hard enough. These kids have it hard enough in everyday life to have to deal with the regular rigors and pressures of society. Now you add in all this other shit, all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? It's always just like extra shit. Just shit on top of shit on top of shit, man. You know, like why can't I just call why can't you were born a man? Why can't I call you a man? If you don't want to be a man, don't answer. When I say, hey, bro, don't answer me. If I say, hey, sis, don't answer me if that's not what you want to be. But I'm not going to call you a them, they, this, thus, that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing any of that shit. And that's just how it's going to be. That's as straight as I could give it to you. That's just as straight as you can get it. Last thing I wanted to talk about. And like I say, man, I'm trying to tear something up later. I ain't gonna stay on here long. I got maybe 5-10 more minutes left on here, man. But I appreciate y'all coming through. I see y'all really give your boys some love, man, because I look at the numbers on the shows that I personally do, and they're always like in the top. So that's awesome. I thank you guys for that. So here's the other thing. So social media was up in the roar. Everybody was all up in the roar with the picture of the brat circulating with her baby bump. So again, we know the brat is married to a woman, and again, the brat, I think me and the brat are probably close to the same age. So no, actually she's 48. So so in that situation, I don't care. I really don't. You do whatever you want to do. That's where I don't give a shit about your bedroom. Here's my only question that I want to ask. I'm going to ask a serious question. I've done it before too. So I've lumped myself into this. We criticize the single black mothers all the time. And what makes a mother single? The absence of the father, right? So we always criticize the single black mothers and this and that. I've done it before. Plenty of people have done it. It's always happens on YouTube and stuff like that. YouTube is a really terrible space. But us at the arena, we're trying to change that. But yeah, so we always do that. Single black mother, oh, you might as well have an abortion because the man's not there. The man's not going to help you take care of it. So why do we glorify the lesbian that's having the baby? It's a real question. And I thought about this. Why are we glorifying the lesbian that's having the baby, but we ridicule the heterosexual single mother? Real question. Just a real question. It's like why? Because she's married, but she's not part of a nuclear family. See, I believe in the nuclear family. She's married to another woman. There's still no male presence in the house. It's just something I just wanted to throw out there. We're glorifying the lesbian, but we're criticizing the single mother. Just think about it. Just think about it. Listen, I thank you guys for coming out, man. To the guys watching in the clouds, those of you who are in the chat, Juju, Reese, I hope you come back, man. Listen, we have a whole thing of shows on the arena. We talk about any and everything. Like whatever I talk about will never be the same thing that the other 5 or 6 hosts talk about. So you always got a plethora of things to come over here and listen to, man. So make sure and drop by again. We're always welcoming new members to the arena. So just come on by. It'll be something for everybody. Like I say, you guys, I just wanted to come on here and do this real quick. I said it was going to be like 15, 20 minutes. And look, I'm at 32 minutes right now. So it's not bad. So I just want to say again, thanks to everybody for coming out. But just think about what I said, man. If you don't take anything, if you don't take away, and here's the thing too, if you don't agree with anything I said, fine. But just think about the kid. Think about the kid. Think about the kid that's 15 that now identifies as a woman, now legally identifies as a woman. What's going to happen when they get older? What happens if they decide, I don't want to do this anymore? What happens? I just think they're going to spend a lot of money on therapy for that poor kid. The kid is a victim in this. At first, when I first heard about it, I was just laughing like, oh, this is stupid. But the more I think about it and the more I see it and the more I see Gabrielle and D Wade just parade this poor kid around like he's a little puppy, like one of them expensive puppies that you keep in your purse. I feel sorry for the kid. And the fact that his mom was so against this, his mom was just like, let's just hold off until he's of legal age to make the decision of his own on his own. But no, D Wade has sole custody, so D Wade gets to make the final decision. And D Wade felt it in his best interest because, according to him, his daughter makes him a better person. As far as I know, the only daughter he has is a little one that they just had. Because that Zaya is not a girl. I don't care how you slice it. And they're going to have to live with that. They're going to have to live with that, man. When this kid gets older, they better hope to God, or they better hope to whoever the hell they believe in, that this kid doesn't suffer from any type of mental damage, that this kid doesn't get abused when he's older. They better hope that none of that shit happens, because that blood is going to be on their hands for promoting this shit, for pushing this shit, for broadcasting this shit out for the world to see, so they can live out their little stupid ass fantasies at the expense of a 15-year-old kid. But hey, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a guy with a microphone. Thank you guys for coming out. Until next time, peace. I can't find my shit.